going on, everybody? So we have burnt up a portable air compressor trying to air up and down the Power Wagon. Decided we're done with that. Spent the money. Buy once, cry once. Or in our case, buy three times, cry once. Now we're gonna have one in every vehicle. This one is going in the Power Wagon. Our Colorado trip is coming up really quick, and still got things we gotta get done. So we have to get a compressor mounted in the Power Wagon somewhere. That's what we're gonna try to figure out today, where to put it and then get it in. Where, oh where can I put this? Maybe under the seat? Yeah, no. Maybe in here somewhere? Maybe. Can't really do it in here because of the slide. Could put it underneath here, but then it's exposed to all of the weather. This isn't a bad option. Lose on my cubby hole there though. Or yep, that's the winner. This was my thoughts. Got some cardboard out. I was gonna do a nice bracket like that, mount the compressor in there. Then I realized somebody already does it. NH Overland makes this. I don't remember what state it was.
New Hampshire.
Yeah, but they build all this in-house. Basically, I decided it was way worth just paying to get this because it's not even expensive. Powder coated, might be aluminum even, doesn't feel like steel. They did all the design work, goes right up there. It's not solid steel, which is what I'd have been using, probably running all the way up to here to help hold it. That just goes underneath these two 18mm head bolts, now to hold the compressor up underneath here. Now, when I ordered this through them, I noticed they had some options, pretty cool options. So I ended up going with a rear chuck mount. So they send you with the hose, a nice bracket for my Power Wagon that's gonna make it to where my air chuck sticks out above the hitch, but next to where the chains hook on. Still enough clearance to hook chains on though, so that'll be a nice touch. Of course, you got the standard ARB Air chucks. They send all that. There's a cap for the one on the hitch, a nice rubber cap. They even went so far as sending Teflon tape, just in case you don't have it. But they send all your quick connects. Being as I'm running this out to the hitch, and this is mounting inside, you got to get that hose outside, right? Well, they even thought of that. So they sent a bulkhead connector that you drill a hole in your floor. Now you drill it like a 3/4 inch hole, so that's a little painful. You thread that in. It's got a nut to hold it in place. I'm gonna end up sealing it really good, but I guess technically you don't have to, but I'm going to, so I don't have any water coming in. Then you thread your connectors for your hose into each side. So that's a sealed way to get all that through. And if you ever take this system out, you can just go get a pipe plug and plug this, and nothing comes through this. But they even thought about getting the hose through, so that's really neat. It's gonna have a nice bracket, or this is gonna hang off the side over there for the switch and for another air chuck right there. Another thing that I thought was really cool, they actually sell this harness that just hooks in, and it takes the power from the compressor, your main power, and you hook up these 3 wires. They tell you where in the instructions to the switch that came with your compressor, and then you don't have to run any small gauge wires or anything to turn on the light on the switch or anything. It's all pulled off that, and you don't have to mess with it. Heck yeah.
And the most important reason why we went with this kit was
It's made in America.
that and the extension wire harness.
Yes, continue. I don't know what you're getting at.
It's 17 foot long.
Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't actually end up needing the harness though, just because I already have one from her Jeep. But yes, they do make the harnesses there as well.
So if you wanted to mount it in the bed or underneath the truck, you don't have to link the extension harnesses together from existing ARB setups.
Yes.
You can buy a 17 foot long, all made in-house, wrapped like it's straight from ARB.
Yep.
To plug in under
Actually,
the
their
hood.
wrap is better than ARB's. Not very complicated. That's what it's going to look like when it's all mounted in there.
And they're colored instructions.
Yeah. And they're good. Like, it's not like copied 100 times. And here's the one showing you the harness that they have made. They're just showing you which color wire plugs into which pin on the back of the toggles, which comes with the compressor when you buy the compressor. They don't send you a switch. You should have that already. So, and then this kind of shows, it's gonna be kind of hard to see in this one. That's the hitch. See down here, that's the chain loop right there. That's where your hitch goes in. It angles down off the bumper. Now I'm gonna get going on this. From looking at it, it should go underneath my stock cover, which I actually took off because I have to go buy another screw.
What about the filters?
They should be all right. I was questioning if it was gonna work or not. And they actually do sell a remote filter kit. So it should be like that. So the filter might just touch my carpet on my side, but it's not pushing in on it. It's just touching it. They also have kits to have air chucks on both sides back here. They have a 4-way kit, 4-tire kit you can get. So it has 2 hoses on this side, 2 on that side. And they also even have options to get that ARB Air up.
Oh, the pressure controller?
Yeah, where it airs up to your set PSI and it shuts off. I thought about that, but it's pricey. Maybe down the road. We'll do that with the vehicles. But I'm gonna get to it and work on getting this installed. My application, it's a little different because I'm adding that rear air chuck. On here, they say they supply a hard line that they bend to go to the bracket for the underseat switch. But being I'm running the air to the rear as well, I don't have that hard line. Instead, I have different hardware, which it doesn't say anything about adding that in. After looking at it, I figured it out. So they have a T, which I knew I was gonna need a T somewhere. So I'm gonna thread the T into here so that I can run it over to the bracket with one of these short hoses they supplied. And then the other one, the other flexible hose, that come on the other side of the T and run down to where I drill the hole to put that bulkhead to run my hose to the rear. So I had to figure that out. I have the T on there. I already put the bracket loosely on here. Now I gotta get these bolts out. I can set this in there as well. See where I'm gonna drill the hole to run this through and get this mounted and sealed up. That way that's done and I can hook the hose up and actually put this down in here. All right, it's a dependent connector like this, which is just a weather pack. You gotta take this lock clip off, slide it back some, push it down. Now you wanna make sure you keep tabs on where all your connectors go. In this case, it's just 2 powers, 2 grounds, and the signal. So it's not too complicated, but if these are all different deals, you'd want to make sure you get it right. Like the 2 reds can switch spots, the 2 black, large black with white tracers can switch spots too. But you have to have powers on this, grounds on this, and the signal. All right, so I have never used any of these, but we got them when we did our wiring
For the Gladiator.
for the connector. I can't remember what connector is called now.
Deutsch?
No. Here, these.
Oh, Anderson plugs.
That's the word. We ended up going with another wiring kit, a Deutsch connector kit, and it has these,
Pinouts,
yeah.
which will be linked down in the description below from Amazon. Otherwise, if you got an Apple SIM card tool, those will work as well. But
Yeah.
this has like different ones for different size connectors.
Yeah. What you do is you slide, you got where the connector actually connects, you slide in on this other little notch right here. You slide in another notch and it works. Got that unpinned. Now I'm going to tape the wires together so I don't have to fight with that.
To get it through the firewall?
Yes. If you watched my previous video of the alternator install for the EcoFlow alternator charger, you've seen that there's a nice hole down here for like a, I'm assuming for a manual transmission. It's a nice rubber grommet and it feeds in there real good. That's where I'm going to feed this one through as well. Now that all that fun is done, you can cheat, even though I remember E was a small one. These are labeled. But you can go like this to make sure you don't get it mixed up. So, reds, blacks, small. Then just remember which way the lock went, which if you hold it like this, you'll know. The lock is up top.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that, and you'll feel it click. You can't quite hear it, I don't think, but you'll feel it lock in place. Yep, kind of heard that one. Okay, this one doesn't want to stay locked, so I gotta get the pin tool and I gotta fix the lock. Feel it closely here, you'll see the back tab has to be bent up a little bit. There we go. So it has to be ramped up some because when it goes in, there's a piece of plastic that pops behind it. And it holds it. Just like that. Boom. Compressor wiring into the truck. Just like that. So now I'm going to make sure that I got enough harness. I'm going to tuck it underneath my sill plate. That's where I got my other wiring that I've done in here.
And for those who don't know, a sill plate is just that plastic piece where most people usually step.
Yep. Good thing about the Power Wagon,
It just comes off.
it just comes off. Oh, that's so nice. A lot of vehicles, they don't have it like that. Now, I'd like to be able to run this back here and around the corner. What's that?
Garbage.
Huh.
It's where our child sits.
We'll see if I can do this or not. That way it really just disappears. Okay. But I gotta start way up here. Make sure it's tucked good. There we go. Alright. Yep, that'll be enough for that. You got little push clips. Carpet didn't appear to actually stay tucked. There we go. Like nothing ever happened. There we go. Getting those all tucked in good. Let's go on that side of that. This will be the tight spot right here. Good. actually not even touching the carpet.
Well, wait until you get it cinched down with the bolts and see what it does.
Yeah. Then this is gonna come off these bolts here. Sit down there. So the switch will be right here, boom, boom. I'll have an air chuck right here. That means I can put this hole that I need about anywhere in here for this bulkhead connector.
So once this hole is made, when you go to get your fender flares, is that cut not gonna hurt? And a proper bumper?
Still gonna hurt a little, but it's all right. Just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put it. Gotta make sure there's no wire too. And I gotta make sure I can access it underneath the truck. Should work pretty good though. At least I'm not just shoving a hose through it, you know? Okay. 11/16 was the size I had to use there. I'm just gonna drill some holes. Okay. I think it's metal. Well, I can see the ground. Well, got that on. That was a bit of a trick.
It's almost gonna be too long, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the best way because I have to have some flexibility because I can't get underneath
Yeah.
and do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try like this. Then with these, you want to make sure that it cuts square, and they're gonna slide in quite a ways actually.
Because if they're not cut square, they will leak.
Yeah. That's why if I don't have to cut it,
We're
I
not
won't.
going to.
But if I do, I'm gonna use an actual,
What, that hose one?
yeah, an
A
actual
hose cutter?
If you do it with a razor blade, just gotta really take your time, make sure you get it square. Hey, we'll use this Teflon tape. Alright. That ain't gonna work. Must find the ring. Alright. So it's a 3/4 on the ARB chuck
And 11/16 on the
air hose side. Now I assume this is gonna tighten up here. Pull it in this bracket. So, if I had to guess, let's say it's gonna go right into this guy. And just raw power from that. Wow. This harness might need to be a little longer. Jesus. Well, no, it's right on it. I was concerned there for a second, going, my goodness. Okay. See how good they cut their holes.
with a laser.
Oh yeah. Okay. Black to pin 8. Alright, which one's pin 8? The very top one in my situation. Okay. Red to pin 2. Which is straight below number 8. Pin 3 for the purple. Oh, well, that's convenient.
All right in a line?
Yep. So, I'll show you the orientation here. That's how this is all set up. Roll it over, black, red, purple on the top because there's 2 rows. And
don't they say it on there too?
Yes.
Pin number?
Yep. I did not tighten these yet because I knew I was going to have to take these out. Actually, I can probably set the hose up outside of the... Okay, so now I gotta get this up without...
Do you want me to do the hose?
Sure.
So it's gotta go from this to this, right?
Yep. Did you push it all the way too?
Yeah.
Alright, yep, because they go in a lot more than you think. We can get this turned another way if we need to. We can go that way. Again, make sure that the hose isn't kinked or anything weird.
This one's not. Put these in a little bit. Does this clear your platform?
I don't know.
Barely.
Yeah. Cool. So I open it up.
Boom.
Nice.
Is it there?
Nope. Power wagon bumper does not have that hole.
So you gotta drill the hole?
Yeah, drill it for a bolt. Yep, we'll have to track down a bolt. Just put it over there and drill it, tighten it in. Be protected pretty good. I went ahead and put the bracket on. It's 90 degree. It clamps onto here. It pinches it. Put the little cover on. That's a nice touch. On the Power Wagon, my bumper does not have the holes drilled at all. I have no holes along the bottom of it. So I'm gonna have to drill the hole for this bracket and get a bolt. Otherwise, should be no big deal. I already ran the hose underneath, up along the factory lines. The hose they give you is just long enough. I mean, I'm not trimming any of it. So, I wish they would have gave me like another 5-6 inches of hose just so I could ride a little bit better. Other than that, that's the only thing so far that was kind of, the hose should have been a little longer. Otherwise, it's a solid kit. I'm not sure if they know that it does not bolt onto a Power Wagon or not. And mine's an 18, so maybe that's a difference too. Because I noticed on the paperwork for this, it says 19. When I was looking on the website, I didn't see that. Drilling one hole is easy. I'm gonna go and find a bolt that I can do that with, and boom. I kind of like having to drill a hole because I can put it closer to the hitch. So I'm gonna go track down a bolt. That'll determine what size hole I drill. Mount this, hook that up, and then we gotta wire the compressor to the battery itself. And then the install is done, ready to test. I found a random bolt. It's got a nice washer built on the bolt, the nut I mean, serrated edge. I'm just gonna make it happen. So, I think I'm gonna keep it pretty high and tight. Sure we're good in there. Go like that. precise measuring here. Now I got a mark.
Go.
That's up above the hitch. Should be convenient all the way around.
Try it.
It should actually, yeah.
Nope.
No, it is. It's just the system hasn't been purged out yet. So, what was it called? Natural Overland?
New Hampshire.
No, that's where they're from.
Pretty sure it's New Hampshire Overland. It's NH.
All right, so we're all installed on this NH Overland. The bracket fit wonderful. Powder coating is good. I feel like it's aluminum, so it's not adding much weight. The compressor's doing all that. The other bracket went on there nice.
Levi was sitting on it and didn't even know it.
Yep. So it works. It's going to be slick. I don't think I can. No, I can't access it. I got to have him get out of the truck to air it up or to turn it on. That's minor. And honestly, down the road, if I end up with some kind of a switch pros or something, then I'll be able to wire it to that. But overall, I think we're in this for
The whole kit was $280.
$280. The whole
The compressor was $616. The compressor is the most expensive thing.
Although I did already have an extension harness. So if you don't have one, you're going to want to get one through them as well for the compressor, because the stock compressor wiring isn't long enough. I'd recommend it. I mean, it fit nice. I didn't have to drill any holes on it. I'd check it out if you're looking to mount a compressor. It seems nice to me. If you would, like the video. That helps us out a lot. Leave a comment if you mounted your compressor somewhere else, because I was looking and I seen one that goes down in the cubby hole, but I don't know. I couldn't really find a whole lot. So if you guys know some other company that has mounts for the air compressors, load them in here. People will be looking. You can also support us on Patreon. If you like what we're doing, you want to see where we're going. We're about to do a big trip in the Power Wagon. Am I wearing my hat?
Yes.
See, wear my hat. So, anyways. What are you going to do?
Might have to move.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Help me down.